welcome back to the channel. It's your boy D Guwop, and you can see by the title, we have your banger right here. Bro, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero might just be game of the year. It's everything that anybody could have wanted. I'm just gonna walk you through to what I did for my first few hours in the game. And spoiler, it's a lot to do in here, and it's a lot to unlock. And from the jump, it's kind of intimidating. Once you're in the game, I will say the main menu screen, amazing. The transition back and forth, it kind of threw me for a loop. It's not really a traditional main menu with all the titles. Goku goes to different places and visit different people. Tutorial do not teach you a lot, so I would recommend going into practice mode. And this game has some depth to it. As I was doing research and just looking up old videos, I discovered that the old Tenkaichi series had more depth that even I was aware of back then. So I really recommend going into practice mode, learning more about the vanishes, the Z dashes, impact blocking, because that story mode off the rip when you don't do it is unforgiving. I headed into Goku's story, and my very first game, Biting Raditz, I lost. I go sit here and say that the CPU is punishing. I just didn't have a firm concept of all the mechanics and the gameplay, so I was doing there mashing buttons, thinking he was gonna let me fire off Key Blast. Raditz won't play in any games. Raditz bombarded me. He was using Key Blast of his own. Actually, had to throw some combos in there. Also, something that doesn't need to be mentioned as much, the gameplay, beautiful. I'm playing it on PS5, and it runs so smooth. I don't have any frame issues. I don't have any delayed inputs. It is a beautiful game, and it runs great. But back to the story, they took liberties with the story. Part of it is like a little picturesque with no words behind it. You have to just have subtitles. But then some is voice acted. Now, we've seen the Dragon Ball anime, and we've all played a majority of the game, so we know how the story goes. So I'm not necessarily mad at them for that. I just think it's kind of jarring how you can go from voice acting 1 minute to just dialogue the next. But I progress along to Goku's story. I fight Nappa. Relatively easy fight, still working out the mechanics. And then I get to Vegeta. Man, Vegeta in his base form was a bit of a problem for me, but after 2 or 3 tries, I was able to beat him. But y'all gonna get to the part where I am currently stuck on my first hour in, and this Zero form Vegeta, crazy. I'm trying to damage him. I'm trying to use Key Blast. I'm trying to hit him with my special. He is relentless. This great ape is, bro, he's just taking me to town. He's moving fast, he's teleporting. So then I had realized I had to go back into the practice. I had to go get right, I had to go get swole on these boys. But so I went back there, and I was in there way longer than I expected. I was in practice mode, give or take, for 30 minutes, just learning everything that I skipped over my first time around. And yes, this game is that immersive. I'm in there practicing, just making sure I got all the concepts down, because there's 2 different buttons to just block, and they do different blocks, and you really would like that, because it can help change the flow of battle. So instead of going back and letting Great Ape Vegeta whoop up on me, I decided to go give just regular battles of play, just to see what characters we had unlocked, and they did a good job. Every character isn't unlocked, so it entices you to go play through the episode modes, but at the same time, they're giving you a good selection in case you just want to play with friends. You just want to beat up on the computer. And so now what you're seeing is me as GT Goku against Vegeta. I picked their base forms because I just wanted to see if I knew I was going to transform. I just wanted to see if the computer transformed. And sure enough, he did not let me down. Bro, looked like a real fight out there, bro. As you can see from the gameplay computer, I didn't set the settings, so whatever the computer is at default. As you can see, he's moving and he's countering with regularity, and he even transformed 2 times, and it was basically right after I transformed, basically insinuating that he's getting serious. So I respected that. I think the health bar could be a little bit better at indicating like you're down to your last health, if that makes sense. Like, I think they should have changed the color to orange, because I was able to win and I won 2 times and I didn't even know I was that close. Yeah, I didn't even get to go to my Super Saiyan 4 form the first game. Like I was toying around with Super Saiyan, then 3, and then I wanted to see Vegeta get serious. Let me get serious with them young boys. But the next game I tried, I wanted to see how Fusion was. So I got Goten and Trunks against Goku and Vegeta, hoping that they may have fused. I will say that with the character select screen, being that there's so many Goku and Vegetas, it's kind of hard to navigate which ones go with which one. But I just imagine at the end, those at the end in this game, they did not end up fusing, but I ended up fusing into Gotenks, and I went through Super Saiyan 1 and 3. Gotenks is just one of my favorite characters. Whenever a game comes out, I just gotta use them, and I just gotta fill out the fusion, and it's smooth. In game, it took me about 30 seconds to realize how do I fuse. Like I see Super Saiyan Trunks transformation, but I don't see the fusion. But that goes on me, but that's also not really explained in tutorial. It's just something you have to do. As for a downside with gameplay, the transformations, I think it's a downside. I think I would have liked it better if they went back to holding, I think, R2 and L2, then hitting it and being able to transform. I think just hitting the arrow button mid game is real inconvenience, especially with how fast paced Sparking Zero is. I mean, like that's a small gripe, and so it's not nothing major. But I will say that it was kind of hard to transform because by the time I pulled up the option, the computer was already coming in trying to knock me back. And they can't stop you from transforming. Dude, do not let the anime fool you. They can stop you from transforming. But that was all around my first hour or so of gameplay. I will say that this is a must cop. If you're on the fence, you can go ahead and buy it. If you think this game is overrated, you're bugging. This is one of the best Dragon Ball Z games, if not the best Dragon Ball Z game ever. It is my Game of the Year contender, like I mentioned before. And truthfully, I can't wait to get back into it and start playing again. And tell me down below if you bought the game. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss more content like this. And I will catch you next time.
Here we go! Serving up!
And set.
Super attack! Wow!
Be honest with me. Me uttering that ridiculous expression wasn't at all. No chance. Regardless of what transformation I've undergone,